It had a man years since Lei Chen had won out. Now that and Xianxia had been put on top of the bloody wind island and saw us why buildings appalling here, ey calenti help you to be put. The vertex says, what's going on? What are these things here? What build theme here? Lei Chen was able to get out this because the bloody wind island was the place where they were. Chun Xiang nudiously pulled him and hid the people here. He did all of this in order to get away with this and so on of this. Why do you want not to have the other part of the business S structure? He did not want to get away with this. T.Master, is this island very important to you? Chun Xiang was very angry when he saw Lei Chen. T of source, this is a place that we use pass by to enter and exit the ancient fire divine sect. Of source, this is a place we use pass to enter and exit the ancient fire division secret. Lei Chen said. Even though it's been a long time since we last name out, we shouldn't NT have been taken so easily. Back then, we look at the site a bit of time to build this island in the Sea of Fire. Actually, the people up there are all from Field Saber Race and South River Divine Race. Chun Xiang said. I head that EY were all televised here from an effective transfer array. I don't know what did kind of transfer array they are. Lei Yiken pondered for a moment and said, ancient transfer array? Which it was left by us all that years ago. How did they find out? What is the IR purpose in seeding this place? Chun Shisudi saw a new people walk over and said in a low voice, T-Master, should we capture them and ask? Maybe the EY will know. Lei Chen nodded. He did not greet Qin Xiang and actually rusted out by himself. He let out a huge black cloth bag and pulled all of this in it, putting this in over. They're all in the mid to late stages of the world-defining crime realm. That's what you want to do with your life or 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 your life. When Lei Chen made his move, he only captured theme instantly. Let's go. We will hide in the Sea of Fire. Lei Chen looked at the black flag and quickened rusted into the Sea of Flames with Chun Xiang. To enable the Blood Wind Fire Sea, Lei Chen released a domain, and the blood fire was not available to enter. Lei Chen relayed the life from the bag. The man's face was pale and his eyes filled with tears, but he didn't say anything. He looked at Lei Chen, relayed the life from the bag, and said, No, no, I said. No, 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 no. After learning the life of people, the law of things, and the book of things, extended peace haggard. They didn't know what kind of power was in this Lei Chen's bag. But that felt as if they had a ghost. To you guys, if you don't have only answer my demand, I'll put you guys back here. Lei Yiken said with a color face, scouring the face of the so much money. The felt that people would come be bound strong, but if the person in front of them can be used to catch them so that they can be given, he must be strong. Furthermore, they had been in that bag before. It did not want to enter again. What is your purpose in building a city on that island? Lei Chen asked. The freedom we build this is island has only to move the issue transfer array that is connected to the world-defining stage Sul River over. A light-foot metal-bound man said, The transmission array is able to the technology the properties from the world-defining stage Sul River. 3 are anew from the field race that are in the Blood Wind Fire Sea, but if this is to be made to the Blood Wind Fire Sea from the world-defining stage South River, it will take a very long time. Are they? Lei Chen sneered. Quickly. The right-to-do metal-bound man saw that Lei Chen had weighted the flag in front of the head for a new times and couldn't help you shiver. No, they are not interested.com. Instead, we have to come here to look for the Tao Creation's holy stone. The light flump medide-bound man has so scarified that his voice trembled. Chun Xiang fried, the piece above the South River actually plotting something against the Blood Wind Fire Sea, and the Blood Wind Fire Sea has his story. Accessing to Lei Chen, the Blood Wind Fire Sea as the bait thy law to attract the Tao Create's holy stone. There are so many Tao Creation holy stone above world-defining stage Soul River. Where are you all hill running fall here? Lei Yichen also though about things, he felt that this is met to leader after he returns, he is reeled to quickly tell this matter to leader. The Tao creations above the world-defining stage So River are not that this is to capture. Although it is not easy to catch Black Wind Fire CS Holly Stone, but it is much easier to find than to find it in the world-defining stage Sul River a story. The middle-bound man has so far, so it shouldn't be a miss. Chun Shang had already down from the start that was black name was not simple. It must have been add with home social energy, which was worth it was able to be a breeding group for the Tao Creation's Holy Stone, acting the Tao Creation's holy side to end Kakhem above. The cells from the world-defining stage South River are actually interned in this place? Don't you want to watch this place? When you bastards go back, well this is ancient fire divine secret a story. If they'll don't get out of here, don't name me for being rude. Lay Yichin scoved. Then beat theme up and then theme back onto the bloody wind island. And it took a lot of traffic for the ancient fire division secret to create this process land. But now, someone acted to share the results of the case. The identity of the ancient fire divine secret, and it took a lot of money for the ancient fire divine secret to create this kind of thing land now someone acted to share the results. Even when you are about to leave, he was going to extend your name with the roads here. He died in take to bring Chun Su out of the blood wind fire sea, into the blood wind and black design. Our ancient fire divine sect S people haven't for a very long time. That S while this group of people though our ancient fire divine secret had been destroyed. Lei Chen looked at the bloodwind fire saw behind him and others. T-Field Saber Race and Sour River Divine Race are really bold. Blood Wind Fire Say C is someone that our ancient fire divine secret work hard to create in the last to act Tao Creation's S attachment. They don't know we can get a share of it. Lei Chen had to follow Chun Xiang out, so he couldn't report back for the time being. He could only wait until they return. Master, do you have enemies that can run very fast? Asked. Previously, it was Lei Chen who had brought him and ran frantically out. TOF source. Lei Chen took out a caravan. It looked like it was made of bronze, and it was made by someone from the same place, the same people, 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 the same people. What is this trade by Gu Tong? Chun Shang felt that this method was water by similar to the way Gu Tong renewed it, so he casually asked, how is this possible? Wei wold old ancestor Gu Tong help me refine sock a thing? No 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 no. Lei Chen laughed. However, the window who head me create this RV is one of Gu Dong's lands. Back then, he had last to me, so I had him to help me get back to him. Lei Chen control the crime to fly forward, and brought Chun Xiang to Heaven Fire City to find the Wei King. He had been permission Chun Xiang before that he would like to see help him find his way to his home, to his home, to his home, to his house, 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 to his house. He told Chun Xiang and Chun Xiang to ask him for some pellets after a while. Chun Xiang soon found the king in a hotel. You are really coming. I just finished a furnace. Wang Dao said with a smile, then looked at Lei Chen, because Lei Chen gave him a strong feeling. Lei Chen also thinks that Wang Dao is not a simple character. When he was on the road, he asked Chun Xiang what kind of friends he was looking for. Chun Xiang just told him to find an alchemy teacher friend. This is my master, Lei Chen. Chun Xiang smiled. Master, this is the friend I said. The name is Wang Dao. Hello. Lei Chen politely smiled. Wang Dao looked at Lei Chen, and his face showed a hint of sympathy, because he knew that Chun Xiang was not an honest guy. Whoever did his master had to cast a little more mold. Fortunately, I will be lucky. Wang Dao laughed and said hello. Half-ghost old man. Do I want the Dan refining system to be better? Chun Xiang asked, and he ran out of the ancient fire gods all for the sake of Dan. On the one hand, he needs to look at the Dan of the reign of Wang Dao. With reference, he can study better. There are only 3 in total, this kind of Dan cannot be refining. Wang Dao took out a jade bottle and handed it to Chun Xiang. Well, then I have to go around. Wang Dao said, I want to travel a lot. There are still many places on this 10,000 roads. I have not been there. Let me go and see. Then you must be more careful. Xianxia said, the above is still dangerous. You can rest assured. Wang Dao smiled. Then the three of them ate a meal and talked for a while and said goodbye. Xianxia also hurriedly let Lei Chen take him back to the ancient fire god. Lei Chen also heard some things about Xianxia on the road, because now the Mad Knife and the Soul River Protoss are still offering him a reward. He heard someone talking on the road, and when he heard it, he heard many unfortunate things. Xianxia and Lei Chen sat on the RV. Lei Chen heard the sound outside. Xianxia could hear the same. When he saw the change of Lei Chen's face, he knew that Lei Chen had heard about him. Good guy. Lei Chen did not look at Xianxia. How much do you care about me? How do I hear that you got more than a dozen crystal emperors? Yes. Xianxia can only honestly admit. It's awkward. I look like the kind of person who will ask you for the crystal emperor. Lei Chen snorted. Like. Xianxia scratched his head and said, Master, in fact, there are not so many crystal emperors in my hands, only 7 or 8. The 7 or 8 pieces are also quite a lot, and they are all obtained from the Xiang temple. The crystal emperor refining the sun is still very good. Lei Chen said, Master, do you want it? Xianxia asked. Of course I want it, but you can rest assured that I don't want the apprentice to send things. Only the master sends things to the apprentices. Lei Chen said with great enthusiasm. Master, you are so good. Unlike my last master, it is a stupid old man who wants to take advantage of me all day long. Xianxia smiled. He could not help but recall Huang Jintian. Xianxia said that Lei Chen did not dare to ask for his things. Master, how is it better? You help me to use Crystal King to refine something. Is it good? Xianxia said he finally found a good level refiner and can help him refine the artifact for free. Okay. Lei Chen is very happy. After all, there is a rare opportunity to refine the Crystal Emperor, which can increase his experience. Xianxia took out 6 mirrors and handed them to Lei Chen. Lei Chen took a look and frowned. This has added a lot of Crystal Emperors? At least 5. Good eyesight. Xianxia smiled. But the refining techniques are somewhat immature, and they can't play the power of those Crystal Emperors, so they will be burned by blood. Lei Chen is a good refiner, and he has seen many problems at a glance. The 6 mirrors are indeed burned by the blood and then deformed. Fortunately, they are only slightly deformed, and they can still be used. It is this artifact that is very weird. The inner lining embryo is very long-lasting. It has been preserved for many years. This artifact has only been reinforced by people. The spiritual pattern in the base has not changed. Lei Chen looks carefully and again. This is true of the 6 mirrors, which have been strengthened several times, and the mysterious spirits inside have never changed. Master, then you will help me strengthen and strengthen. Xianxia took out 3 Crystal Emperors and said, Add 3 Crystal Emperors. Good. If you join the 3 Crystal Emperors, this artifact will be very terrible. Lei Chen thought a little excited, because not everyone can have the opportunity to refine so many Crystal Emperors. The 6 mirrors are mainly the role of defense assistants, and they are very useful for Xianxia. Master, if you reform, you are not afraid of blood burning? Xianxia is more concerned about this, because the 6 mirrors cannot resist the burning of blood and fire, but only later rely on the inside of the array. Sure, there are so many artifacts that Jinghuang refining must not be afraid of blood. Lei Chen is very confident. He urged his car to accelerate. He wants to hurry back to the ancient fire god. Help Xianxia transform this artifact. The RV quickly reached the fire outside the country. Although Lei Chen was a refiner, he did not have a lot of materials to refine his artifacts like Xianxia, so his RV could not resist the blood. Lei Chen can only enter the sea with Xianxia, then come to the vicinity of Bloodwind Island, open a battle, and return to the ancient fire gods with Xianxia. I will first go to find a teacher and tell him that the Mad Knife and the Soul River gods occupy the island. Lei Chen said, You first eat those Dan practitioners, and when I come back, I will help you refine. the 6 mirrors. After Lei Chen left, Xianxia also rushed into the secret room. The Dan of the half-ghost refining is really good. Much better than the broken soul of Shang Dan that the master had brought back. Xianxia took out the jade bottle and opened it, and a breath came out to make him proud of the world. They are like hungry and hungry wolves. Xianxia looked at the word above the jade bottle and read, "The proud soul of Shang Dan. I will take a look at it first." Xianxia only knows how this kind of Dan is refining, but there is only one direction. Others need him to comprehend. After Xianxia ate the Dan, he felt like there was a proud mad soul entering his sea, without any potency. The half-ghost old man should be directly using the proud world to refine it. This power is like extracting from the proud world to the pure power. Xianxia said, "This is not the power without the medicine, but also I don't know if Danlings can eat after they have eaten. In the ancient fire gods, those alchemists cannot refine the Dan spirit that can condense the soul of the holy Dan, so the soul of the holy Dan is very expensive, mainly because the soul of the holy Dan contains a lot of power of the proud world. Dan Ling can't absorb this strange energy. It's a purely arrogant madness energy, all refining by the half-ghost old man, and finally condensed into Dan. And I don't know how many arrogant singers of the half-ghost old man have refining a Dan." After Xianxia ate the next sacred soul, he felt that his hunger and arrogant madness devours the energy of this proud soul, Shang Dan, compared with the previous sacred Dan, absorbed by the proud world. More energy. Xianxia took out another one and handed it over to Xianxia, who let Xianxia eat it. "Lily, can you eat this kind of Dan? Can you evolve?" Xianxia asked, "and only let Danling eat a grain to determine this kind of thing." "This is not sure, but I think it should be," Xianxia said. "The factor we can evolve is that after the body absorbs a lot of the same type of energy, it will condense a core in our body, and this core will absorb the power of the outside world. It will release the unique energy of the core, and then through our unique body of Danling you can condense Dan." Jiang Sihua said, "The previous Wandao Shinta Dan was only adding a small amount of medicinal materials. The main ingredient is still 10,000 Dado, but we can still successfully evolve and condense the high-quality Wandao Shinta Dan. So, you are not very sure now." Xianxia is somewhat guilty, because one of them has evolved and needs to consume a lot of pride. "Yeah." Jiang Sihua nodded. "Shun's big brother, we just think it can evolve, but it's not very sure." "How many grains do you need to eat?" Xianxia asked. 200 or so. If it is of high quality, 100 tablets should be able to evolve," Jiang Sihua said. Xianxia wondered if he could eat 200 arrogant souls and could not step into the proud world. He had previously asked Lei Chen how many granules to break through, and Lei Chen told him that he needed at least 1,000. If you can get one capsule a month, it would take 1,000 months. Of course, the soul of the Holy Spirit is also very precious. It cannot be every month, so if you count it, it will take at least 100 years to break through. If it is the proud soul of Shangdan, at least 500 tablets. Xianxia is considering the value is not worth trying to let Dan Ling evolve. If successful, he will have a large number of proud souls in the future. Okay, just try it. Xianxia thought that the proud soul of Shangdan can be sold, and can exchange a lot of things in the future, so I decided to fight. After the decision, he walked out of the Chamber of Secrets and wanted to see his master come back. "Master, how is it?" Xianxia asked. Lei Chen's face is not good-looking. "Hey, our ancient fire gods are also true, actually cooperated with the Mad Knife and the Soul River Protoss, and agreed to let them build the city on the island." Lei Chen is very dissatisfied with this matter. Bloodfire is our ancient fire gods worked hard to provoke the creation of the Holy Stone, but now they share it with outsiders. There must be some people benefiting from this, Xianxia said. "It is someone who benefits, but definitely not you and me," Lei Chen said. "The Mad Knife and the Soul River Protoss are the overlord on the River of Pride. They can get a lot of proud madness, and these proud worlds are very useful. Big, you should be clear. Poorly proud of the world can be used to refine the spirit of the Holy Spirit. If the powerful proud of the world can be combined, let yourself gain more strength. This is the purpose of Xianxia." I was also blamed by the old elders. Lei Chen said, I don't know what is going on in the church. I actually agree with such a thing. It is estimated that now the Soul River Protoss and the Mad Knife people enter the ancient fire gods. They are very valued by them. This is not good for me. Xianxia frowned. They know that I have so many crystal emperors on hand. It is unfavorable. So I will always pay attention to your movements. If anything is wrong, I will take you away from the ancient fire gods. Lei Chen nodded. Xianxia knows that Lei Chen is not a few days. How does Lei Chen help him so that Xianxia is very moved? I feel that this master is still very reliable. Master, look at this thing. Xianxia took the bronze gong out. Although the ancient bronze gongs have been damaged, but after Lei Chunxin saw it, he was very surprised. This is the refining thing of the ancient boy. Lei Chen can see more than Xianxia. He hurriedly said, there is a sacred stone in this artifact. Lei Chen touched the ancient bronze gongs and took a deep breath. The things that ancient children refining are different. It is amazing. If it's awesome, it won't break. Xianxia grinned. Master, why is this thing broken? This must have been attacked by the same powerful things. Lei Chen also felt very surprised. Where did you find it? Even the current teaching has no such powerful thing. I found it in the sea, said Xianxia. The ancient boy must have fought in the sea. Lei Chen said, this ancient bronze symbol is the artifact he often uses, and now he is missing. How is he? The artifacts that are often used are damaged, and they are still left in the sea, which makes Lei Chen could not help but worry. The ancient boy is his most admired predecessor. This matter must be kept secret, and anyone can tell. Lei Chen whispered, there are some ingenious stones in the ancient bronze plaque. I can try to see if it can be extracted from it. If it can be successfully extracted, I will it is smelted into your 6 mirrors. Good. Xianxia had some accidents, but he could still do so. Subsequently, Xianxia and Lei Chen each were busy with their own. Xianxia wants to refine the proud soul of Shangdan, and Lei Chen helps Xianxia to transform the 6 mirrors. In the secret room, Xianxia closed his eyes and ate a mad god, which allowed his spirit to go to the mysterious and proud world, and he would grab the proud world from above. After grabbing the arrogant madness, you need to bring the proud madness back to the sea of gods with the spirit, and then let the spirit go to the proud world, which is very troublesome. If it is necessary to refine a proud soul, Shangdan needs 1,000 proud spirits. Xianxia does not know whether he can persist, because he has to refine several hundred. The proud soul of Shangdan should be proud of the world, more powerful than the proud world. The refining difficulty is certainly great. Xianxia comforted himself not to be afraid. His spirit came to the 3rd floor of the Proud Soul River. He felt that it was because his body was very strong at this time, so he could rush in one breath. As long as it is proud of the world's madness. Xianxia directly grabbed his nearest proud madness. He just grabbed the proud world, and suddenly there was a familiar power. It is the power of space. Just now, the space madness in his sea released the power, and directly moved the proud madness that he touched to the sea of gods, completely without any effort, which surprised him. If there is no such power, he needs to slowly pull it down with the spirit, put it into the sea of gods, and then let the spirit go to the proud world, which is very troublesome. It's a lot easier to catch the madness on the river of the proud world now. Xianxia doesn't worry that the refining will take a long time. Now he's like a basket of his own god. Inside the sea, there is a lot of madness needed to refine the spirit of the Holy Spirit. Xianxia analyzed the madness according to his own experience. He said, at least 300 proud spirits can be refining one. If it is an ordinary person, it is very difficult to capture 300 proud spirits. It takes a lot of time to say nothing, and it also needs a lot of madness. Xianxia now understands why Wang Dao has refining 3 pieces in such a time. If it is a half-ghost old man, he may take longer, because he only catches the madness of the first layer of the Proud Soul River, at least 1,000. Xianxia is now directly catching the 3rd layer of the Mad Soul. The 3rd layer of madness is much better than the first layer, and the energy contained is extremely high. The third layer of the madness is not good to bring back. If Xianxia does not have the power of space, he himself cannot easily put the proud world into his own sea of God. Now it is refining. Xianxia was only a small half-day, and he got 300 madness. The madness of the third layer of the Proud Soul River compared to the first layer and the second layer can be seen a lot less, but it can still be seen everywhere. Xianxia needs the madness of alchemy and does not require any attributes, so he likes grab the fish and catch it back. I don't know if I can use the derivative collision method. Xianxia needs to refine the super high-quality proud spirit of Shangdan, and only then can you let Dan Ling evolve. He combined the ancient fire madness. Now only know the great benefits of the ancient fire mad. This kind of flame burning is proud of the world's madness. Xianxia just released the flame through the ancient fire madness, and with his sun fire, it was very fast when burning the mad soul. The last time Wang Dao told him that it is not easy to burn the proud world, and to extract more energy from the proud world you need to be very careful to burn, otherwise it will only waste the proud world. However, when Xianxia used his flame to burn, it was only half an hour, and he burned all the energy contained in the proud world. Half hour of smelting a proud world. This speed is already quite good. Xianxia can clearly feel that he is so fast, mainly because of the ancient fire madness. 10 hours are 20 proud mad souls. It seems that I don't have to spend a long time to refine a proud soul. Xianxia calculated that it would take half a month to succeed. He has not yet entered the time field, mainly to see if the refining spirit of Shangdan is too big, and there is no danger of frying. If these problems are encountered, the use of time domain will be very inconvenient. I don't know how the proud world is in the proud world. The high level inside the ancient fire gods is so good for the mad knife and the soul river Protoss, and there is a cooperative relationship. This is very worrying. Xianxia sighed. The proud world Shenglong is good to him. It is his friend. Now his friend is in danger and he is very worried. Xianxia smashed the hoe, so that he can concentrate on refining the proud soul of Shangdan. Only if he has strong strength can he go to the proud world to find the proud dragon. After 15 days have passed, Xianxia has successfully burned 300 proud mad souls. At this time, he gathered a large number of great arrogant powers together and condensed them into a large crystal cluster. Then he needs to the crystal cluster is subjected to derivatization. Derivatives have failed. Xianxia used the derivative method, but it was not as smooth as before. The crystal group did not react at all, which made Xianxia very surprised. The derivative method I use is rarely missed. Xianxia was puzzled. Try to see the collision method, said Fengqiu. Xianxia immediately used the collision method. Before using the collision method, he needs to divide the large crystal cluster. It is necessary to divide it into several pieces. It is not easy to divide it. The energy crystal cluster of the power of the proud world is not easy to deal with. Xianxia only tossed more than 10 hours before he succeeded. Boom! The collision method was successful. At the time of the collision, the quality of the power of the proud world has improved a lot. Why does the derivative method fail? Xianxia is difficult to understand. Now he can only use the collision method. Fortunately, the collision method has an effect, and the quality is also improved. After the collision ended, Xianxia and Fengqiu joined forces to start condensing Dan. Changdan succeeded. Xianxia let Jiang Silly eat. Lily, how is the effect? Do you think that you can eat a lot of tablets to be successful? Xianxia feels that the proud spirit of Shangdan is compared with Wang Dao, and the quality is very high. At least 100, Jiang Silly said. The power of the proud world is very strange, and the flowers and plants, the energy between the heavens and the earth is somewhat different. These energies are difficult to reproduce. No wonder I can't use derivative methods. Xianxia finally solved the doubts in his happiness. So, can you really evolve successfully? This can't be derived. So I am not so sure. Jiang Cixi whispered, because if it is not successful, Xianxia will be busy. Can say that the loss is heavy. She cannot make up her mind. Well, I will give it a try. In short, even if I fail, I will not blame you. Xianxia smiled and didn't want Xianxia to have too much pressure. The reason was not her. Xianxia pondered a bit, still used the time field so that outside the day, he would be able to refine almost 2 high-quality proud spirits. 100 grains, that is, more than 50 days, almost 2 months. Because of the need to use the collision method, it is enough for Xianxia to use a heavy time field, which can make him more stable in the time domain, otherwise the time domain will be wrong, but the consequences are very serious. Xianxia is busy with alchemy, not far from the secret room. Lei Chen is also busy refining the 6 mirrors of Xianxia. His progress is somewhat slow, because he has to go from the ancient bronze extracting a small number of invasive sacred stones. This process is very time-consuming, and Lei Chen is also the first thing to do. Both the mentor and the teacher are busy with each other, especially the thundering enchanting of the refining device. It is even more intoxicated, a large number of crystal emperors, including the ancient bronze gongs of the sacred stone, and the bronze he is still from the hands of the ancient boy, but he is the most admired refiner. Time flies, in the blink of an eye, 2 months have passed, and Xianxia has also produced 300 arrogant souls, Shangdan to Jiangxili. If Jiangxili can evolve successfully, she and Jiangxihua will practice their twins. Then Jiangxihua can also evolve. At that time, Xianxia does not need to work hard to refine the proud soul of Shangdan. Xianxia walked out of the secret room. When he came to the hall, he saw several people sitting here. One of them, he knew, was Zhu Qingning, an elder of the Mad Knife family, and others were also Mad Knife and Soul River Protoss. This can shock Xianxia. This is his great enemy. Xianxia looked at Lei Chen's room. He really wanted to rush over and smash that door to pieces, and let Lei Chen, who was inside, out to help him deal with his archenemies. Junior Xianxia greets all the seniors. Various seniors have truly improved very quickly. It seems like we have all gained a lot from entering the ancient fire divine sect. Xianxia laughed heartily, walked over and sat on a chair. When Zhu Qingning saw Xianxia, he almost rushed forward to slap Xianxia to death. However, he did not do anything because he had already investigated Lei Chen's situation clearly before they came here. Lei Chen was an elder. Although this elder did not have much power, it was true that Lei Chen was the youngest-looking elder in the inner sect of Ancient Fire Divine Sect. This was mainly because Lei Chen's master had a certain amount of power in the Ancient Fire Divine Sect. Lei Chen had not accepted any disciples for many years, and now that he had accepted Xianxia as a disciple, it could be said to be extremely rare. Everyone in the Ancient Fire Divine Sect knew that Lei Chen was extremely picky with his disciples, and Xianxia was able to enter Lei Chen's eyes before even reaching Aoshi Holy Stage. If they were to take Xianxia down that easily, when Lei Chen got angry, he would definitely exterminate them. The strongest among these fierce saber race and profound practitioners were only at the middle stage of Aoshi Holy Stage. Although they came from a powerful clan, they did not dare to act rashly in the face of Lei Chen, who was at the late stage of Aoshi Holy Stage. For Lei Chen to be able to become an elder in the Ancient Fire Divine Sect and possess the strength of an expert in the later stages of Aoshi Holy Stage, this point could not be underestimated. Why did all of you seniors come to find my master? Xianxia asked. My master is currently in closed-door cultivation to refine artifacts. He cannot come out for the time being. We have important matters to discuss with him. I wonder if it would be convenient for us to let him out now. Zhu Qingning said coldly. I'll try. As Xianxia sat in the hall, he also felt that the atmosphere wasn't right, which made him feel uncomfortable. After all, they were all his enemies, and all of them were stronger than him. He had to hurry up and let Lei Chen come out to hold the fort. Xianxia entered Lei Chen's room. There was a stone door in the room, and that was Lei Chen's secret room. Master, I'm in trouble. Xianxia immediately caused his own voice to tremble. Only then would Lei Chen know that he was waiting outside, and even if Lei Chen heard, he would need some time to stop the work at hand before he could come out. I wonder why these fellows are looking for master. Xianxia muttered to himself in his heart. Anyway, nothing good will happen. Fengkur said, Luckily your master is not bad. I will definitely help you this time. Xianxia waited for a moment, then opened the door. Lei Chen frowned. Xianxia anxiously sent a sound transmission to him. telling him of Zhu Qingning and the others' arrival. "Don't worry, nothing will happen to you." Lei Chen patted Xianxiang's shoulder, and then he brought Xianxiang out. After Lei Chen arrived, he swept his eyes across this group of people. Then, with a look as though he was very busy, he said, "If there's anything you want to say, just say it." Lei Chen was very straightforward. If not because of etiquette, he would have immediately said, "If you don't have any fart, hurry up and let it out. I am busy." That was why he did not have a good expression on his face for this group of people to see. Furthermore, he was an elder in the ancient fire divine sect, so when this group of people saw him coming out, they all sat there like paralyzed lords. They did not have the intention to greet him. Lei Chen could bear it, but Xianxiang could not. "Master, didn't you tell me that you were an elder of the ancient fire divine sect? It can't be that you're bragging." Xianxiang suddenly said, "These people are just inner sect disciples, and they just entered ancient fire divine sect not long ago. Why are they not respectful in the slightest? Looks like you're not some inner court elder at all." "Of course I am an elder. You also know that they are disciples who just entered the inner court. They do not know courtesy or anything like that, so I don't blame them." Lei Chen said indifferently, and secretly praised Xianxiang in his heart. He indeed felt very dissatisfied with this group of elders. Lei Chen swept his eyes across this group of people. That look in his eyes seemed to be telling Zhu Qingning and the others, "I am an elder. Why don't you all kneel and bow to me?" Seeing the displeasure on Lei Chen's face, they finally each and every one of them lifted up their 10,000 kilograms worth of butt, stood up, and unwillingly bowed to Lei Chen. "It's still considered enlightened." Lei Chen laughed. "If you have anything to say, then say it quickly." At this time, Zhu Qingning was about to sit down when he heard Xianxiang shouting loudly, "Impudent! My master still hasn't asked you to sit down." Zhu Qingning yelled out in anger, but he did not dare to sit down, because Lei Chen's expression was tense and his eyes were filled with coldness. "We have come here today to discuss an extremely important matter with Elder Lei." Zhu Qingning looked at Xianxiang with a cold expression. "Speak, don't dilly-dally." Lei Chen was getting impatient. "Elder Lei, although you are of high standing and prestige, we still have to tell you that you must not ruin your reputation just because of a moment of confusion." Zhu Qingning mustered a lot of courage, because the fact that Lei Chen doted on him far surpassed their expectations. "The beloved disciple you just accepted had once killed my son, and at the same time also killed a genius disciple from the Soul River divine race. His methods are extremely cruel, and he is not worthy of being your disciple." The other elders quickly nodded their heads. "We came here today because we hoped that you would be able to dissolve the relationship between master and disciple with Xianxiang and hand it over to us. Let us punish him," Zhu Qingning said again. After Xianxiang heard this, he became furious and said coldly, "You bunch of bastards, you better understand that it was that genius from the Soul River divine race who attacked me. Back then Qin Shuang had a purple yang Excalibur, so not only did Zhu Hyperfound covet it, he also covet Qin Shuang's beauty and was killed by her, so it is well deserved. Xianxiang has already told me about this. You still want to snatch the Crystal Emperor on his body, right? Him taking the Crystal Emperor from the Purple Yang Divine Palace is something that he deserves. The entire way you guys chased him here, you probably want to kill him for the sake of the Crystal Emperor." Lei Chen laughed coldly. "Good. I will hand him over to you all right now. If you guys have enmity, then take revenge. Xianxiang, stand down." As expected, Xianxiang walked into the hall. "If you guys have a grudge, then attack," Lei Chen said indifferently, and then took a sip of tea. After drinking the tea, Lei Chen frowned. "What are you all doing sitting here? Aren't you here for revenge? Kill him quickly? Or what are you doing here? Are you trying to make fun of me? I am refining and am still in high spirits. You have already disturbed me. Didn't you say that there was something important? Are you kidding me?" Zhu Qingning and the others really did not think that Xianxiang would actually tell them about this. They thought that Xianxiang would definitely not tell anyone about the Crystal Emperor, because after imagining themselves as Xianxiang, they thought that Xianxiang would definitely keep the secret of the Crystal Emperor a secret. Xianxiang didn't really want to tell Lei Chen about the Crystal Emperor, but later he found that Lei Chen was a very honest person. This is Zhu Qingning's embarrassing thing, mainly because they are villains themselves. The villain, so Lei Chen is also a villain. Get him away and kill. Lei Chen sipped tea and urged him. Take him to take revenge. I have to go to the refiner. Xianxiang stood in the hall, Zhu Qingning. They stood still, did not dare to sit down. They all looked at Xianxiang. Lei Chen. Although they took Xianxiang away and killed Xianxiang, they didn't dare because they saw Lei Chen's love for Xianxiang's. They couldn't imagine it. Xianxiang and Lei Chen didn't take long. Unexpectedly, there is such a strong master and apprentice relationship. If they kill Xianxiang now, they certainly can't live. Yeah. Lei Chen stood up, and his face was full of anger. What are you doing in the end? I will let you revenge, but you will not fight. I am only because of this matter. You are so noisy. I am very angry. Lei Chen stepped down step by step, and the pair of angry eyes glanced at Zhu Qingning and they watched them snoring. Zhu Qingning, they couldn't speak. They originally intended to smear Xianxiang, saying that Xianxiang was a murderous countless villain, but he did not expect Xianxiang to tell Lei Chen all the reasons. Now they don't know what to say. I'm bothered and asked Elder Lei to forgive. Zhu Qingning bit his teeth and said, Forgiveness? No, I will punish you today, lest you create a mess again. Lei Chen coldly said, Elder Lei, we are from the community above the world-defying Soul River. An elder knows that ancient fire god sect takes care of their violent Blade clan and Soul River god clan. So they have a sigh of relief. So what? You are violent Blade clan and Soul River god clan. Can you ride on my head? Well, you are very powerful. From the big ethnic group, you can tease me at will. Lei Chen has become even more angry, murderous looking. I just punish you. You don't have to worry about it. Lei Chen was full of jokes and said, You have 10 people here. You are a group of 2. Seeing that they are not fight, Lei Chen loudly shouted, Hurry! Don't waste my time. Zhu Qingning, they don't know what Lei Chen is doing. They can only be grouped immediately, and they are still the best group of people with their own relationship. Well, now you are a group of 2, you play with each other, you must be loud. If you are not loud, you can me to come. Lei Chen returned to his seat, lazily said. Xianxiang also standing next to him. Laughing in the heart, Xianxiang didn't expect his master to play. Elder Lei, you humiliate us. Zhu Qingning coldly said. We are the hot of the famous family. What about that? Since you are a famous family, why join us in ancient fire god sect? You tease an elder in ancient fire god sect. If it is really pursued, this is a death sentence. Lei Chen coldly snorted. Do not I thought I was scaring you? Even if I killed you, Dean couldn't punish me because you came to courting death yourself. I am giving you a chance to live now. It is kindness. You slap each other and slap each other. I yell 3 times. If you haven't started yet, then I have a fight. I will kill you. They are in groups of 5, 2 in a group, looking at each other and clenching their teeth. Suddenly, some people have shot. They have already seen Lei Chen's waywardness. Lei Chen will really kill them. In order to live, they have to fight. Pa pa pa. Xianxiang smiled and opened the flowers. They fanned each other's faces. Because one shot was heavy and the other was resentful, so the next time you hit it, you will be more serious. This is a vicious circle. When you shoot, it is heavier than once. And, in the end, a slap can throw people down on the ground and their faces are deformed. Well, let's get started. You can behave a little when you come next time. Lei Chen just rushed to the refiner. Otherwise he wouldn't mind these guys continuing to kill each other. These people are originally like a snake, and they know that they are screaming at each other's faces. Everyone is worried that they will be killed, so they are not soft when they play with their companions. Zhu Qingning, after they stopped, they left Lei Chen's residence with endless resentment. This group of guys is really fine to pick a quarrel. Lei Chen shook his head. Master, is it really okay to play like this? Xianxiang was a little worried. Hee, now I am also their enemy. Our master and apprentice are on the same boat. Lei Chen said with a smile. Don't be afraid. Wait until the accident is not too late. I will continue to help you refine divine mirror of 6 paths is gone. Lei Chen just walked to the door and said, "No, I will open the barrier first, lest these cats and dogs will run in." Lei Chen, there is no one in this place, so he never closes, so Zhu Qingning can sway into the courting death. After Xianxia came out to breathe, he also hastily returned to his secret room. Because of the movement in Hidden Jade Villa, Xianxia successfully evolved and could condense soul-defying Saint Pill, which made him almost tearful. He was still very worried that it will fail. Success is just fine. Now you start the twin rare technique. Xianxia is pleased with said, Li hard work. It's nothing, I can evolve, and my strength will be stronger. Jiang Silly Sweet said with a smile, I can help Big Brother Shun when I get there. Pill Spirit's cultivation method is different from that of human beings. After they evolved, the strange energy core appeared in the body, which can provide them with a strong strength. As for how, Xianxia would not know. Xianxia used time domain to cover the two girls' pill spirit so that they could practice the double technique and assimilate the great accomplishment, and he would eat the high-quality soul-defying Saint Pill every day. I don't know if they can evolve in the future. Xianxia has this feeling. Pill spirit is not able to condense all the dawn, and will definitely encounter confusion in this area. It seems that I will be able to step into world-defying sacred realms soon. Sijing and Mai are also. Feng Kur happily said with a smile. I think they should now be the cultivation base of world-defying sacred realm. Yeah. Xianxia also thinks this way. The two strengths of them are definitely strong, but I hope they will come out to fight and kill. Soon, the two girls' pill spirit assimilated in time domain start to condense soul-defying Saint Pill. They are so fast that soul-defying Saint Pill is very fast, 2 people a day, so that Xianxia can eat 4 tablets a day much faster than his refining. It is very difficult to step into the sacred world. Even the ethnic groups such as the Mad Knife and the Soul River Protoss are not so easy to turn their proud world into a proud soul. They still need a long time, the practice of time. Plus some people in the ancient fire gods can refine the soul of the Holy Dan, but they are very lacking in the arrogance of the world. Otherwise, a lot of refining the soul of the Holy Dan, the ancient fire gods will have more disciples in the world. The spirit of the Mad Sword has been promoted to the proud soul of the world, and it is quite fast. Every day, let the proud spirit Shengdan eat, it is cool. Xianxia practiced in the time field for more than half a year. Finally let a mad soul advance. More than half a year, eating 4 tablets a day, that is more than 700, and this is only to make his proud world of madness. He still has 3 proud madness, so it seems that all the holy you need more than 2,000, it is more than he expected before. It seems that it is really cost-effective to let Dan Ling evolve. If I want to refine more than 2,000 of this super high-quality proud soul, I will be crazy. Xianxia looked at his hand and just condensed it. 2 sacred souls, Sheng Dan, will eat it and continue to cultivate. He thinks this may be because his proud world is very powerful, so when he is holy, he needs more energy. After all, his proud world needs a strong mad war. The proud world is not so easy. Feng Kier said. The little bullies in the outer gates who are at the top of the world are not aware of how long they have been stagnant. Hey, if they don't have medicinal herbs, they can only rely on time to get up. Xianxia smiled and said, Our alchemy teacher is such a rebellious existence. It is true. Feng Kier very much agrees with Xianxia's words. Wang Dao is also such a powerful alchemy teacher, but he does not have so many means of sinking. In the ancient fire gods, there is also such an alchemy teacher. The soul-breaking Shang Dan that Xianxia had seen before is the refinement of this genius alchemist. 2 years in the time domain have passed, and the outside is only about a month away. Xianxia's 4 proud mad souls have all been sanctified at this time, and they have successfully become the proud soul. After becoming the proud soul of the world, the release is no longer the pride of the world, but the proudness of the world, which can double the power of the proud world. This is the strength of the proud world. It is really amazing. It is no wonder that when I faced the sacred world, I always felt that I couldn't beat it. Xianxia felt that his proud power was stronger than the previous proud world. After a successful breakthrough, Xianxia no longer fears the old guys of the Mad Knife and Soul River Protoss. Kid, you always figured it out. Lei Chen saw Xianxia coming out of the secret room and excitedly said, "Look at the 6 mirrors." When Xianxia took a look, his face changed and the 6 mirrors were actually made into bronze. This style. Xianxia was speechless, and his 6 mirrors now look like the old bronzes. This is the unique style of the ancient ancestral master. How do you like to imitate it? Lei Chen laughed. To be honest, Xianxia doesn't like this kind of bronze. He still likes the golden look. Don't you have to be like this? Xianxia knew that his 6 mirrors had become very strong, but he was not happy. Lei Chen also saw that Xianxia did not like the style of bronze. He thought that Xianxia hoped because Xianxia had said that he would see the ancient boy before, and that Xianxia had the bronze gong of the ancient boy refining. Forget it. Anyway, it's made like this. Xianxia finally showed a smile. Thank you, master. You like it. Lei Chen laughed. Lei Chen went to withdraw the large array that protected the house. Just after he withdrew, he saw several middle-aged voices coming from outside. Is it a Thunder Elder? I will teach them to wait for you for many days. I hope that you can bring your loved ones to the lobby of the ancient fire gods. There are important things to discuss, said a middle-aged. Well, you go back first, I will go soon. Lei Chen only promised for the time being. Last time, Lei Chen was a singer who had taught the Mad Knife and the Soul River Protoss, and the high-ranking gods of the ancient fire had a cooperative relationship with these 2 ethnic groups. The action of Lei Chen on the day must have angered the Mad Knife family. This time, let Lei Chen take Xianxia in the past. Obviously it is to deal with this matter. Master, do we really want to go? Xianxia was somewhat worried. The seniors of the ancient fire gods were very strong. He was worried that Lei Chen could not resist himself. Reassure, even if you are in charge of teaching, you can't take me. Lei Chen said with great confidence. Well, we will meet them in the past anyway, we are more reasonable. If they raise the matter of Jinghuang at the time, you will say that they are all kept by me. In any case, I will not let them hurt you. Aren't they crazy because they have a lot of crystal emperors? Lei Chen is very clear about this. Lei Chen took Xianxia and went to a palace in the inner gate of the ancient fire to come to the luxurious lobby. There are many people here. Xianxia is more unexpected. There are more people of the Mad Knife and the Soul River Protoss. Even Qinshuang is here. She is standing behind an old woman. The old woman is sitting close to the teacher. She should be a highly respected veteran. The old woman is closed, but the majesty but invisible release of the people around her has pressure. Xianxia guessed that the people of the Mad Knife and the Soul River Protosm must have come more, just to strengthen the momentum. In addition, Xianxia also saw Huang Ziyun, the elder of the external penalty, and Huang Ziyun was glaring at him. Sitting on the top of the palm is a white-haired old man. Looks very kind. Xianxia thinks he should speak very well. The 2 rows of chairs on both sides of the lobby are filled with people. They are the strongest people in the world, and the young people standing behind them are not weak. Most of them are young people who are proud of the world. Xianxia discovered that Qinshuang actually broke through to the sacred world, which made him feel very confused, because he knew very well that it would be difficult to break through in such a short period of time without his way of swallowing medicinal herbs. Xianxia gave Qinshuang a voice, but Qinshuang simply responded to convenient to say, Xianxia, see the teacher, the elders of the elders. Xianxia is very polite. Lei Chen is not so polite. Teach, what do you want us to do? We are very busy. Thunder Elder, what do you do yourself? Don't you know? A gray-haired old man stood up and sneered, then looked at Zhu Qingning and others sitting opposite. I really don't know. I also asked Lin to tell me that I am too busy, so I may forget it. Lei Chen laughed. Lei Chen's words made many people unhappy, because in less than a month, Lei Chen had already forgotten. One must know that the entire inner sect of Ancient Fire Divine Sect knew that he had humiliated Zhu Qingning's group back then. When you asked us to slap each other, to ruthlessly humiliate us, you must have forgotten about it on purpose. Zhu Qingning stood up, his voice trembling in anger. Oh, I remember. Lei Chen was actually still smiling. That day when I was refining, and it was even at a critical juncture, you said that you had something important to discuss with me, and then Xianxia called me out. After that, all you did was joke with me, and when I was in a bad mood, I scared the both of you, and you slapped each other in the face. But because I was played by you, I came out from the critical moment of refining to see you guys, so I was a little angry in my heart, and I was a little too scared, but I didn't expect you guys to really slap each other's face, and each time you hit each other more and more, you guys can just not beat each other up, you guys can just pat your butts and run away, and it's not like I'm gonna kill you. Zhu Qingning and the others were speechless. Back then, they were afraid that Lei Chen would kill them, which was why they had slapped each other's faces. Lei Chen laughed. Oh, so it's this matter. Seeing how great you guys have become, I'm fine with apologizing. Sorry, my fellow sect members. Please blame me for getting angry at the moment. I'm sorry. Zhu Qingning's heart immediately surged with thousands of horses. He was completely dumbstruck, because they had predicted that Lei Chen would definitely fall out with them, and they had even planned to clash with Lei Chen or something like that. But now that Lei Chen had apologized, what could they do to him? Chen Xiang also didn't think that his own master would actually be willing to yield and be able to speak so easily. With just a few words, Zhu Qingning and the others were left speechless. Elder Lei, do you think we can just let this go? The person called Elder Lin said. He was obviously biased towards Zhu Qingning and the others. The elders present did not expect Lei Chen to admit his wrongs. They had even planned to wait for Lei Chen to refute, and then launch a group attack to oppress Lei Chen, allowing him to apologize and admit his wrongs under their encirclement. You don't count like that? What then? How about this, you guys kill me? Lei Chen raised his head. Cut off my head. I am willing to die to apologize. Elder Lin was speechless. How would they dare to kill Lei Chen? If Lei Chen's master knew about this, all of them, this group of old fellows, would die. Chen Xiang had originally been a little worried, but now that he saw that these old fellows were all speechless, he couldn't help but laugh in his heart, and silently praised this master of his. Since I've already apologized, I'll let you guys kill me. What else do you want? Lei Chen snorted. If there's nothing else, we are going back. We are very busy. Not like you old fellows who are tired of living and are waiting for death. Elder Lei, one of the hunchbacked old man said, I think the enmity between your disciple and Zhu Qingning should be resolved here, right? Chen Xiang killed my son. Zhu Qingning said, I was the one who killed your son Zhu Hyperfound, and I killed Fierce Saber Race's He Yensong as well. Chen Xiang is only helping me to escape. Qin Shuang suddenly said. They were speechless. They thought that Qin Shuang and Chen Xiang had a conflict with each other, and he thought that Chen Xiang and Qin Shuang would get together with each other. But they never thought that Qin Shuang would actually admit it himself. The group of people, would always act on their own. That was because if it was them, they would definitely try their best to blame it all on the other party. They had miscalculated this step again. The person was indeed killed by Qin Shuang, and Qin Shuang admitted it himself. Chen Xiang only helped Qin Shuang to escape, and the matter was clear. He wanted to find Qin Shuang for revenge. All right, that little girl has admitted to it. There is always someone who owes you a debt. Go find her. Lei Chen scoffed. You guys aren't even sure about the Cho family, but you actually went to my place and disturbed my refining. Who doesn't know that refining is not to be disturbed? Speaking till this point, Lei Chen was suddenly very angry. He released waves of anger and said, I know the reason you guys came to find Chen Xiang. Isn't it because you saw the dozens of Crystal Emperor he obtained from Purple Yang Divine Palace? Humph, you fellows, just think about it, remember this, don't ever let me meet you guys outside the Ancient Fire Divine Sect. At that time, I will not be merciful. Fury burned in Lei Chen's eyes, causing the entire hall to become extremely hot, and Zhu Qingning and the rest who were staring at him were so scared that their entire bodies trembled, perspiring profusely. Chen Xiang obtained the Purple Yang Excalibur and entered the Purple Yang Divine Palace to obtain it himself. After that, he bestowed the Purple Yang Excalibur to me. Qin Shuang looked at the people from the Fierce Saber Race and the Soul River Divine Race, and continued. After Chen Xiang and I arrived above the Myriad Tao, we were attacked by He Yensong's Wild Thunder Tiger. We killed the Wild Thunder Tiger, and he Yensong chased after us everywhere. Then, I met Zhu Hyperfound, who coveted my beauty, and clashed with him. In the end, Xianxia and I followed them into the blood-wind black desert, and took advantage of the time when the elders of the Fierce Saber race and the Soul River Divine race were dealing with the world-defying Holy Dragon. I sneak-attacked Zhu Hyperfound, who was in the carriage, and succeeded in getting rid of him. And you guys kept chasing after Xianxia just to get the Crystal Emperor in Xianxia's hands. Trash like you all actually got accepted by the Ancient Fire Divine sect as disciples. Pa! Zhu Qingning was very angry to begin with, but now, Qin Shuang had repeatedly said that he had killed Zhu Hyperfound, which made him even angrier. He did not plan to take revenge in the first place. He only wanted to obtain Xianxia's Crystal Emperor. But now that Qin Shuang had exposed him, he had to show off. Stupid girl. Don't talk nonsense. That's right, with your words, who would believe it? You want to shield Xianxiang. It was Xianxiang who killed him. We do not want his Crystal Emperor. Qin Shuang. Don't think that just because you have a powerful master you can spout nonsense. The people of Fierce Saber race and Soul River Divine race pointed at Qin Shuang at the same time. Suddenly, the old lady sitting in front of Qin Shuang opened her eyes. The moment her eyes opened, they shone with an extremely beautiful red light. The red light was as though it was released by a blood flame, but it was even more red than the light of the blood flame. Senior uncle! Leader shouted in panic, but it was already too late. The moment the old woman opened her eyes, her killing intent surged. The heat wave was so strong that everyone in the hall felt like they were in a steamer. The entire hall was engulfed in crimson flames. You call my disciple a dead girl, damn it, to make you all say that my disciple is speaking nonsense. Damn it, damn it, damn it. After the old lady finished speaking, Zhu Qingning and the others who were walking around immediately ignited with red flames, and amidst their screams, they were burnt to ashes. Xianxiang understand why Qin Shuang dared to say it. After the old lady closed her eyes, the lobby was restored to calmness. I could hear some people panting and panting. Many people were sweating. At that moment, they felt like they were going to die. Violent Blade Clan and Soul River God Clan are here, and they are still quite powerful. People who saw their own race are killed. They don't even dare to put one because they already know the strength of Old Lady. Very terrifying, and after killing, there is no scruples. Old Lady closed his eyes, just like falling asleep, but no one dared to yell at Qin Shuang. Everyone looked at the fire on the ground, and there was a lingering fear. Just now they thought they were going to ignite, too terrifying. Ancient Fire God Sextine, you said that we worked with our Soul River God Clan and Violent Blade Clan, but now it's such an unpleasant thing. I think it's a good idea, said Soul River God Clan. There is gas in my heart, said Ancient Fire God Sect. A red-clothed old man quickly said, no, we have to continue to cooperate. But you guys have any sincerity, said the Violent Blade Clan. Well, let's give Xianxiang to you, this is all right. The red-clothed old man of Ancient Fire God Sect glanced at the two old men. The two old men suddenly cheated Zhou, and they had to grab Lei Chen. I am desperate with you, Lei Chen said with a long knife and screamed. Hey, let's touch Xianxiang. I will kill you. Ancient Fire God Sect's more than a dozen elders suddenly got up and walked over. Dean, why did our Ancient Fire God Sect bow to the despicable group of Violent Blade Clan Soul River God Clan? Lei Chen guarded in front of Xianxiang loudly shouted. Xianxiang has given Crystal Emperor I am. Even if you catch Xianxiang, there is any use. Hearing this sentence, those elders stopped. More than a dozen Crystal Emperors, for the Soul River God Clan and the Violent Blade Clan. The stool is not shallow, but to Lei Chen, Violent Blade Clan, Soul River God Clan, don't you catch me, Lei Chen said with a sneer. You will catch me when you have a class, wait for me to return. I believe he will shred the world defying Soul River. Hee hee little Lei, they think your master is dead, old lady suddenly said. But he certainly can't die, so he will look back one day. Ancient Fire God Sect's Dean didn't talk either. Obviously, these elders were acquiesced to catch Xianxiang and Lei Chen. Qin Shuang was also very anxious. She wanted to leave, but it was obviously limited by a strength, and she couldn't help herself. Wait! Xianxiang saw the elder take out the formation plate, suddenly shouted, Ancient Fire God Sect works with people at Soul River God Clan and Violent Blade Clan for the sake of violent world-defying soul, said Xianxia. I'm right, because violent world-defying soul has gradually diminished. Alchemy needs a lot of violent world-defying soul. For example, if you want to break the soul, you need violent world-defying soul to refine. The soul of the soul is now more and more, and the people who can enter world-defying sacred realm will pay more, which affects the overall strength of Ancient Fire God Sect. Not bad, Dean of Ancient Fire God Sect said. Our Ancient Fire God Sect acquiesced in such a thing, agreeing to work with Violent Blade Clan and Soul River God Clan in exchange for their violent world-defying soul. Well, then I asked how many violent world-defying soul they can offer, Xianxia asked. Enough for them to refine 2 broken souls every day. Refining a broken soul, St. Dan needs 1,000 violent world-defying soul. We and Soul River God Clan give them 1,000 each day. Violent Blade Clan people said. We are above the world-defying Soul River, but it is not easy to grab the violent world-defying soul. It's ridiculous to bow to these 2 despicable people for the sake of 2 broken souls. The Ancient Fire God Sect in legend is just that, said Xianxia said with a sneer. Hey, 2 broken souls every day. Do you know what it means? If it is 100 years, how many grains, how many excellent fragments can enter the world-defying sacred realm? An elder said with a sneer. The soul of the sacred Dan. Refining a grain actually needs thousands of violent world-defying soul. Xianxia said with a smile. I see you are, I have seen good Dan. In addition to the soul-breaking Saint Dan, what better Dan can make people step into world-defying sacred realm? Don't be kidding, don't bluff. Take them down, said the elder. Xianxia suddenly took out a soul-defying Saint Pill, loudly said. This is called soul-defying Saint Pill. It is twice as powerful as the soul-breaking Saint Dan. I don't believe you try it, but this is my refining. When I heard Xianxia's, everyone only thought it was funny, but when they used divine sense to sense it, they couldn't smile because soul-defying Saint Pill in Xianxia really contained a very pure world-defying violent soul power. Lei Chen also thinks that his disciple is actually an alchemy master. He understands that these days Xianxia is arguing about this kind of Dan. He doesn't know how Xianxia is refining, but he can sense it. Shen. Soul-defying Saint Pill in the hands of Xiang is indeed better than the soul of the Holy Spirit. If you need it, I can give you 2 tablets a day, Xianxia said. You don't need to work hard to refine. It's ridiculous, you have a poor strength, you can make such a good Dan. Here Dan must be your chance. Maybe you will take it out of the Purple Yang Temple. Violent Blade Clan's old man said with a sneer. He absolutely Xianxia can't be ruined by their cooperation with Ancient Fire God Sect, because they must take Xianxia and Lei Chen back today. If wanted, I will show you a refining on the spot. If I refine it, I will let me have a 10 slap. Xianxia he smiled. If I can't refine, I will give the Crystal Emperor. You guys, don't believe him. This guy is full of tricks, said Soul River God Clan, who was very cautious. Now they must insist that Xianxia can't make soul-defying Saint Pill, even if Xianxia can really make it. Yes, soul-defying Saint Pill in your hands is real, but with this quality of world-defying violent soul power, you need more violent world-defying soul. Can you get that much every day? Said Ancient Fire God Sect Elder doesn't believe either. Well, how much do you want? Xianxia took out a violent transformation divine pill and said, How many violent world-defying soul do you want? I will make it now. 10,000. The Ancient Fire God Sect's Elder said with a sneer. The 10,000 is 10,000. Xianxia ate violent transformation divine pill, closed his eyes, and quickly flew to the world-defying soul river. There are so many violent world-defying souls here. Big piles, sent to your divine sea. Xianxia grabbed a large number of violent soul from the world-defying soul river. The violent world-defying soul on the first floor was the most easily crawled. He just grabbed a hand and made thousands of them. Then he eat the next violent transformation divine pill and keep your spirit in the world-defying soul river. Xianxia, don't worry, 10,000 violent world-defying soul is so easy to get. Even if our soul river God clan's real body goes to world-defying soul river, it takes 10 million violent world-defying soul sometime. You eat violent transformation divine pill here, let the spirit enter the world-defying soul river, and want to catch 10,000 violent soul. It's crazy to dream, whimsical. Don't waste our time. Even if you can get 10,000 violent soul, That's a lot of years. Feeling that these people are coming back, Xianxiang opens his eyes, said with a sneer, "Let you wait." After that, he had a stretch of arms and saw countless spots suddenly appeared. Countless spots are suspended in the lobby, flying like fireflies, and people familiar with violent world-defying soul can recognize them at a glance. Although it is only a layer of violent world-defying soul, it is enough to refine the soul of the Holy Land. Violent soul is a lot of small light points, everyone does not count, even if only a few thousand violent soul, it is very good. Now you see it. This is the violent world-defying soul I caught with the secret method. Xianxiang said, "My soul-defying Saint Pill is made with violent world-defying soul." Ancient fire god sect's elder stunned. And they now know that violent world-defying soul is not easy to catch. And I don't know why, but Xianxiang can release tens of thousands of times. What surprised them the most is that Xianxiang can really make soul-defying Saint Pill. The quality of soul-defying Saint Pill is indeed higher than that of soul-defying. If Xianxiang can provide them with soul-defying Saint Pill every day, their ancient fire god sect will not have any concerns in the future. This must be where you got it, and you can only fool us for a while. The old man of Violent Blade Clan looked at Dean of Ancient Fire God Sect and said, "Don't listen to him. Xianxiang, this guy is scheming. Now he just wants to get out and show some tricks." Everyone who is sitting is the late stage of world-defying sacred realm and even the expert of the peak. You can ask yourself, you can get so many so easily. Violent world-defying soul. That's why neither Violent Blade Clan nor Soul River God Clan, not to mention Xianxiang, the little rascal of violent world-defying realm, his words are not credible. Lei Chen absolutely believes Xianxiang. He loudly said, "Dean, Xianxiang is the discipline of Ancient Fire God Sect. I am the elder of Ancient Fire God Sect. Don't you even believe in yourself, but believe in outsiders?" Dean of Ancient Fire God Sect thought about it and said, "Xianxiang, you really can't prove that you have the ability to refine soul-defying Saint Pill. Well, Ancient Fire God Sect really disappoints me. If Gutong Old Ancestor is there, he will never say these words, and only your stupid pigs will be so easy to believe in Violent Blade Clan and Soul River God Clan." Xianxiang's voice is cold and full of ridicule. He proved himself twice and twice just to help Ancient Fire God Sect get through the storm, but now Dean and other elders are so pedantic, he feels that he is really passionate. Lei Chen heard Xianxiang's words and knew Xianxiang's meaning. "Okay, catch Xianxiang." An elder slam of Violent Blade Clan rushed up. "Master, you dragged this group of old fellows." Xianxiang's face suddenly became gloomy and cold, giving Lei Chen sound transmission. Lei Chen saw several Violent Blade Clan and Soul River God Clan's old man rushing up and summoning a long knife, said solemnly, "I am fighting with you." Several old men know that Lei Chen is difficult to deal with, so they plan to win Lei Chen first. Ancient Fire God Sect is not a fight, they have already said it before, so only Violent Blade Clan and Soul River God Clan people fight. Little people, you should catch Xianxiang, don't be afraid of him. He is just violent world-defying realm. The strongest world-defying sacred realm initial stage among you, most of them is the peak of world-defying sacred realm. It is only a breeze to win him, said elder of a Violent Blade Clan. Lei Chen waved a long knife and spurred Saint World-defying force, causing his long knife to vibrate, several old men to surround him, and they also released a strong Saint World-defying force, wanting to ban the maddening Ye Chen. Xianxiang here, more than a dozen powerful young people rush toward him. They have a disdainful smile on their faces. They also feel that it is very easy to take Xianxiang. To be honest, hand over the Crystal Emperor, a man said with a sneer. They surrounded Xianxiang in the middle, when Xianxiang was unable to fly. Xianxiang looked at all around and said, "You want Crystal Emperor, right? I will give you, that's it." The juniors were happy, but Xianxiang was not so honest. They only saw Xianxiang take out a round thing that looks like a bronze. This is the divine mirror of 6 paths that Xianxiang has transformed Lei Chen. Open. Xianxiang controls the divine mirror of 6 paths, releasing a band formation that shackles all the juniors around him. The divine mirror of 6 paths floated over the top of Xianxiang's, with the mirror facing down. releasing a touch of golden light, and the divine mirror of 6 paths also became larger. Seeing this bronze, the old lady suddenly in front of Qin Shuang opened his eyes and was surprised. Gu Tong's world-defying divine tool. The dean of Ancient Fire God Sect and the other elders of Ancient Fire God Sect are also shocked. The breath of Xianxia's divine mirror of 6 paths has been shaped, and it looks like Gu Tong's own refining world. Defying divine tool. Xianxiang released divine mirror of 6 paths after the juniors were banned. The dean and elder of Ancient Fire God Sect had a bad feeling, and they didn't know what Xianxiang's divine mirror of 6 paths had. And the next moment, they know what Xianxiang is doing. After those juniors couldn't move, Xianxiang called 9 firmaments divine sword. Like a mowing, a sword killed all the juniors around, and then let divine mirror of 6 paths release a violent flame and burn the body. All of this happened in the moment of electro-optical sparks, which made it difficult to react, because no one expected that Xianxiang would release divine mirror of 6 paths, and then kill all the juniors in the next moment. When Xianxiang came out of the sword, the release of Saint World Defying was very violent, and everyone suddenly realized that Xianxiang had stepped into world-defying sacred realm. The young world-defying sacred realm, knowing alchemy, mastering the Crystal Emperor, has a lot of violent soul. This is a promising young man. The dean suddenly of Ancient Fire God Sect has some regrets. He thinks it should be keep Xianxiang's. Xianxiang, kill him. Violent Blade Clan's elder eyes red, and Li Chen didn't want to. Immediately rushed to Xianxiang, but he was also cut by Lei Chen. Lei Chen did not expect that Xianxiang unexpectedly was so brave that all the juniors of Soul River God Clan and Violent Blade Clan were killed.